Mario!
Hello everybody, it's Wow Much Justin here, and this is something that I've been wanting to do for a little bit. It's basically me sitting here talking with gameplay in the background of whatever game. But I was reading around on the internet, and it's occurred to me that there's a lot of controversy surrounding Halo 5 Guardians. Now this isn't new news, there's been controversy about that game ever since the game's box art was revealed. But if you hear my mouse clicking, that's me going to look at websites here, because I already read a whole bunch of these. I'm just going to kind of pull facts in and out of them so that way I can give you an accurate opinion. I think that one of the things that they're adding into Halo 5 Guardians, the ADS, or Aim Down Sight, it's ADS. Some people like to call it Smart Scope, but I believe that because of the fact that you are aiming down your sight, you are literally aiming down your sight, therefore it's ADS. Like, there's no argument. It's not smart scoping because it ain't doing it by itself, or that'd just be cheap. I played the Halo 5 beta, probably no longer than 5 hours, but I played the Halo 5 beta, and I felt like I was just playing Halo 4 with ADS and being able to exo-slam, Advanced Warfare reference coming out, but ground pound, Spartan's charge, whatever the fuck it's called, and I don't see why people are making such a big deal out of ADS, because it's still Halo, it's still balanced in its own way by people's movements. Like, you can't just sit up and have a perfect view of everything around you. It's like being in a sniper scope almost, because everything kind of goes out of focus. Another thing that I see on here that's really, annoying is people talking about how, look right here, it says, Halo 5 ripped off both COD, Advanced Warfare, and Destiny, and now refer to it as Call of Destiny 5 Guardians. I'm sorry, Lucky4783 off of the Halo Waypoint forums, but you're an idiot, dude. Like, it's not a ripoff, because in order for it to be a ripoff of a game, those games had to have been the pioneers of whatever mechanic are being ripped off. I can assure you that Destiny is not the first person shooter where you can ADS. And I can assure you Call of Duty is not the first-person shooter that you can ADS either. Now, I don't know exactly what mechanics other than that you're referring to, but Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare, and Destiny are not the first in their class of anything. They're not something that can be ripped off necessarily unless you're legit throwing Destiny models and Destiny story into Halo. That's the only time it can be considered a ripoff. And whenever people say that Halo, people really, I'm all over the place right now, but people are really trying to assume that Halo 5 is like, oh, it's Halo 4.5 or all the other stuff, and then they proceed to say, yeah, man, I've been playing Halo since Combat Evolved. And then they start throwing their opinions about which Halo games were good and bad, but that's not the topic of discussion here. It's like, it has nothing to do with that. It's just a lot about ADS, that's all people care about. But in more recent news, things not referring to the ADS, most people were very upset with the fact that Master Chief has taken a backseat to Agent Locke. In the old box art, like my Halo 5 poster, it's got Spartan Locke, and then in a low reflection under the game's title, it's got Chief. Apparently, to some people, that's implying that Spartan Locke is the main character. I don't think so. I think that they are both foil characters for each other, and they are both considered main characters. We don't live in a world where you can only have one main character. In Romeo and Juliet, who are the main characters? Romeo and Juliet. Not just Romeo, not just Juliet. So please, stop with the autism. And another thing that a lot of people are talking about is the fact that 343 Industries took out split screen for Halo 5. and I haven't played split screen with anybody on Halo since Halo 4 on the Xbox 360. Actually, since Halo Reach on the Xbox 360. So I honestly don't care that they're taking out split screen. All of my friends have their own Xbox Ones, and they're probably going to get their own copies of Halo 5. So it's not a big deal to me. But I can see how that would make people angry, because split screen's been a mechanic that's been in Halo since Combat Evolved. And it's added a fun little twist, I guess you could say, because it gives you the ability to have you and your friend going through Slaughter and Covenant, one on top of each other because of the split screen deal. And I was in a channel on YouTube called Neon Minds, and me and my partner Lane, we would play split screen on Halo. In Halo 5 Guardians, that wouldn't work. Sad but true. But 343's reasoning for this is because I think it has something to do with the way that the AIs work in the campaign, something like that. My honest opinion on that is they just want to make it to where you can be in charge of everybody. But it's stupid because you have three or four other Spartans alongside you at all times. I mean, Halo 3, it was Chief, Arby, and the Blue and the Maroon Elite. I know they have names, I just don't know what they are. But that's why people assume the split screen would be possible, because you could just throw in another player as any person off of those Spartans. But again, that takes away from the being the commander type deal where you can order around your squad and stuff. I think if they really wanted to try hard enough, and if they wouldn't have waited till now to tell us, they probably could have implemented a way for it to still work. But Halo 5 comes out in October? Yeah, 2 months. According to James Holmes, they're currently putting on the finishing touches for the game. So, I mean, guys, I hate to break it to you, but your complaints right now for major changes to the game's mechanics like that, they won't be fulfilled, because they are way too late in development to completely restructure the entire AIs of the campaign. Now, for some issues that can be solved by simple patches or a little bit of bug fixing, a new version of the game coming out, something stupid like that, that's possible if you give them enough hate. You have to really throw it in their face. So we went over no split screen, we went over, now the third, and I think probably one of the most important aspects that has caused a lot of controversy is microtransactions, or REQ packs, rec packs, whatever the hell they are. You see, there's really a difference between a microtransaction and a rec pack, or anything like that, and that's because the difference is that in a microtransaction, in my book, you may have a different opinion, this is all opinion, but in my book, a microtransaction is in-game content that has to, emphasis on has to, be bought using real currency. Now, rec packs, similar to supply drops in Advanced Warfare, can be unlocked throughout gameplay, as stated by James Holmes in an interview with some dude at Gamescom. I don't know, I watched it on IGN, but he said that rec packs are kind of like supply drops. You earn them throughout the game. Granted, you have the option to buy them up front if you would rather have them then, instead of having to wait for them. But if everyone gets the ability to unlock these items through these rec packs, it's not a microtransaction, and it certainly isn't pay to win. So, granted, most of the forums I was reading about the rec packs were dated before James Holmes' interview with the guy from IGN, and where he stated that they can be unlocked in game. So, without all that background knowledge on the rec packs, it's kind of easy to just write them off as microtransactions, when in reality, they're just in-game unlocks that can be unlocked through gameplay. And that is all the Halo 5 controversy that I really have, memorized off the top of my head. So, this has been a new series called Wow Much Justin Talks. That's not going to be in the YouTube title, it's just going to be called Halo 5 Controversy. But see you guys in the next video, which will be a Halo Combat Evolved mod showcase video. Later.